Chapter 5, The Truth Buried Underground. The knocking grew louder. Open the door. Lily looked at me. We don't have much time. Is there another way out? She nodded. Fire escape. She grabbed her laptop while I slipped the memory card into my pocket. We climbed out the window just as the apartment door crashed open. Hurry! Lily whispered. We rushed down the metal stairs. Voices shouted behind us. They're escaping. I jumped to the alley and helped Lily down. We ran without looking back. After several blocks, we ducked into a crowded subway station. Both of us struggled to catch our breath. I think we lost them, I said. I hope so. My phone vibrated. Unknown number. I answered carefully. Hello. It's me. Noah. I'm sorry about your friend's apartment. You knew. I warned you they were watching. Where are you? I can't explain over the phone. You've said that before. I know. There was a pause. If you still want the truth, meet me at the old Riverside train station. Why should I trust you? You shouldn't. Then give me one reason. Because Ethan died trying to protect something. The line went dead. I stared at the phone. Lily's face turned pale. What did he say? I swallowed hard. He said Ethan is dead. Silence surrounded us. For a moment I couldn't breathe. No, I whispered. He could be lying. I know. But I have to find out. That evening we arrived at the abandoned train station. Broken windows covered the walls. Rusted tracks disappeared into darkness. Noah stepped out from behind an old ticket booth. His face looked thinner than before. You came. You said Ethan is dead. He lowered his eyes. I'm sorry. Answer me. I never saw his body. Then why say it? Because the people chasing us don't leave witnesses. Anger rushed through me. I grabbed his jacket. You knew all this. I was scared. You betrayed him. His shoulders dropped. I did. My hands froze. What? I told Adrian Ethan was asking questions. I stepped back. You sold him out. I thought they'd only fire him. You destroyed his life. I know. His voice cracked. I've lived with that every day. I wanted to hit him. Instead, I looked away. If you're lying again. I'm not. He reached into his backpack and unfolded a map. Ethan hid something before he disappeared. What? A flash drive. Where? He pointed to a small square marked on the map. An old locker beneath this station. How do you know? He showed me after he realized he couldn't trust anyone else. And now you're telling me? I can't fix what I did. He looked directly at me. But maybe I can help finish what Ethan started. We followed a narrow staircase into an underground tunnel. Dust filled the air. The flashlight on my phone barely reached the walls. Rows of abandoned storage lockers stood ahead. Noah stopped. Locker 23. I found the number and pulled the handle. Locked. Lily knelt beside it. Move. She pulled a small tool from her bag. You carry lock picks. She smiled faintly. I've learned useful hobbies. 30 seconds later, the lock clicked. Inside sat a small metal box. My hands trembled as I opened it. A single flash drive rested inside. Ethan did it, I whispered. Before I could pick it up, footsteps echoed through the tunnel. They found us, Lily said. Flashlights appeared at the far end. There they are. Noah grabbed the box. Run. We sprinted through the tunnels. Bullets struck the walls behind us. Keep moving. Noah shouted. The tunnel split into two paths. This way. Lily yelled. We followed her. The sound of footsteps grew closer. A man shouted. Don't let them escape. Noah suddenly stopped. You two go. What? I'll slow them down. No. They're after me. They're after all of us. He pushed the flash drive into my hand. Ethan trusted you. So do I. Before I could answer, he ran toward the approaching men. Come on. Lily screamed. I hesitated. Then I heard Noah yell. Leave. Moments later, loud crashing echoed behind us. The tunnel filled with dust. We reached an emergency exit and climbed into the cold night air. I looked back. Noah never came out. I stared at the flash drive in my hand. Whatever Ethan had hidden inside was worth risking everything. And now, it was the only thing standing between the truth, and the people willing to kill to keep it buried. Chapter 6, The Choice Between Justice and Revenge. I didn't sleep that night. The flash drive sat on my kitchen table beside Ethan's silver lighter. Every time I looked at them, my chest felt heavier. Lily sat across from me with her laptop. Ready? I nodded. No. She gave me a small smile. I didn't think so. I took a deep breath. Open it. She plugged the flash drive into her computer. Dozens of folders appeared. Bank records. Contracts. Emails. Photos. Videos. Lily's eyes widened. This is enough to destroy a lot of people. I leaned closer. What else? She clicked another folder. A single video file appeared. Its name froze me. If you're watching this, I'm gone. My hands began to shake. I can't. Lily looked at me. You don't have to. Yes. I swallowed hard. I do. She pressed play. The screen flickered. Then Ethan appeared. He looked tired. His eyes were red. He forced a weak smile. If you're watching this. He stopped for a moment. Then things didn't go the way I hoped. My throat tightened. I'm sorry. His voice broke. I wanted to protect you. I reached toward the screen without thinking. Ethan. I know you're angry. He smiled sadly. You always get angry when someone hurts the people you love. Tears blurred my vision. I need you to listen. He leaned closer to the camera. Don't waste your life chasing revenge. I closed my eyes. I already have. If they hurt me. He paused again. Promise me you won't become like them. I can't promise that, I whispered. They want you to hate. His face softened. But I want you to live. The video ended. The room fell silent. I couldn't move. Lily quietly closed the laptop. I'm sorry. I wiped my eyes. He knew. He expected this. I nodded slowly. He knew he might never come home. My phone rang. Detective Rachel Hayes. I need to see you. Now. Yes. An hour later we met in her office. She closed the door. You look terrible. I feel worse. I handed her the flash drive. Everything is on it. She opened one folder. Within seconds her expression changed. My God. You believe me now? She looked directly at me. I do. So what happens? We arrest Adrian Cole. And everyone working with him. If the evidence holds up. It will. She nodded. I'll get a warrant. I stood. I'm coming with you. No. He took my brother. I understand. You don't. I do. Her voice became firm. If you confront Adrian yourself, you could destroy this case. I don't care. You should. I turned away. I'm done waiting. She stepped in front of me. Listen to me. I met her eyes. If you go after him alone, you'll become exactly what Ethan warned you about. Her words hit harder than I expected. I pushed past her without answering. Outside the station, Lily caught up with me. You're leaving? Yes. To find Adrian? Yes. She sighed. Ethan asked you not to. I know. So why? Because he's gone. She shook her head. He left you that message for a reason. I can't just forgive Adrian. I'm not asking you to forgive him. Then what? I'm asking you to let justice win. I laughed bitterly. Justice? Yes. I've been chasing justice since Ethan disappeared. And? All I've found is pain. Lily stepped closer. You've also found the truth. I looked away. I want him to suffer. I know. I want him to feel everything I felt. I know. But will that bring Ethan back? The question cut through me. I couldn't answer. That evening I drove to Adrian's office. The building was almost empty. His assistant looked surprised. Mr. Cole isn't seeing visitors. He'll see me. I walked past her before she could stop me. Adrian stood beside the window when I entered. I wondered when you'd come. I locked the door behind me. It's over. He smiled calmly. You think so? I pulled the silver lighter from my pocket and placed it on his desk. You remember this? His smile disappeared. For the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. He recognized it. And I knew I finally had his attention. Chapter 7, The Man Behind the Curtain. Adrian stared at the lighter for several long seconds. When he finally looked at me, the calm smile was gone. Where did you get that? I kept my voice steady. My brother left it behind the night he disappeared. He slowly sat down. I see. I don't think you do. I remained standing. You know exactly why I'm here. He folded his hands. You found the evidence. Yes. And you gave it to the police? I didn't answer. He smiled again. Then this meeting isn't about proof. No. It's about Ethan. I nodded. Tell me the truth. He looked out the window. I never wanted any of this. I laughed. You expect me to believe that? You don't have to. Start talking. He sighed. Your brother was smart. I know. He discovered financial records he wasn't supposed to see. He wanted to expose you. He wanted to destroy everything I built. You destroyed it yourself. His jaw tightened. You think life is that simple? No. But murder is. I didn't kill him. I froze. What? I ordered my people to bring him to me. And then? I wanted the evidence. That's all. Yes. You're lying. I'm not. I stepped closer. If you didn't kill him, who did? He closed his eyes. Victor Kane. The name meant nothing to me. Who is Victor? My former business partner. What did he do? He panicked. When Ethan refused to hand over the files, I clenched my fists. So Victor murdered my brother. Adrian looked away. I didn't learn the truth until later. And you covered it up. I had no choice. You always had a choice. Silence filled the room. Finally he spoke. I've spent months cleaning up his mistakes. No. I shook my head. You spent months hiding your own. He didn't argue. Instead, he opened a desk drawer. Inside was a thick envelope. He pushed it toward me. Take it. I didn't move. What's inside? Enough money for a new life. I don't want your money. You can disappear. My brother disappeared. His face fell. You can leave this city. I buried my life the night Ethan vanished. You don't have to. I laughed bitterly. You still think this is about money. It doesn't have to end this way. It already did. He leaned forward. What if I told you I could protect you? I don't need protection. You will. He lowered his voice. Victor still has powerful friends. I slipped my phone deeper into my jacket. The recorder was still running. Every word mattered. Adrian continued. If you destroy the evidence, I'll make sure nobody ever comes after you. So that's your offer. Freedom. No. It's a bribe. He stared at me. Everyone has a price. My brother didn't. His shoulders dropped. No. He didn't. For the first time, he sounded tired. I underestimated him. You underestimated both of us. He stood slowly. You still have time to walk away. I won't. You'll regret it. I already regret enough. He took one step toward me. I truly am sorry about Ethan. I looked into his eyes. For a brief moment, I almost believed him. Then I remembered Ethan's smile. His laugh. His final video. The promise he asked me to keep. I reached into my pocket. Adrian's eyes narrowed. Instead of pulling out a weapon, I pulled out my phone. The screen showed one thing. Recording. His face turned white. You. I recorded everything. He lunged toward me. I stepped back. The office door burst open. Police. Detective Rachel Hayes shouted. Don't move. Officers rushed inside. Adrian froze. Rachel walked past me with her badge raised. Adrian Cole, you're under arrest for conspiracy, obstruction of justice, financial fraud, and multiple related offenses. 2 officers handcuffed him. As they led him away, he looked back at me. I wasn't the only one. I know. Victor will never stop. I met his eyes. He doesn't have to. Adrian frowned. What do you mean? I looked toward Rachel. She smiled slightly. We arrested Victor Kane an hour ago. The color drained from Adrian's face. You. Rachel nodded. The evidence from the flash drive reached us before you invited Mr. Carter here. Adrian slowly lowered his head. Everything he had built was gone. As he disappeared through the office door, he spoke one final sentence. I should have listened to Ethan. The door closed behind him. The room became silent. Rachel walked over. You did the right thing. I looked at Ethan's lighter in my hand. No. My voice trembled. I only finished what my brother started. For the first time since Ethan disappeared, I felt something other than anger. It wasn't happiness. It wasn't peace. But it was hope. And for the first time, hope felt strong enough to carry me into whatever came next. Chapter 8, The Cost of the Truth. 3 months passed before I finally stood outside the cemetery. The wind was cold. The sky was gray. In my hand, I held Ethan's silver lighter. The police had found his body at an abandoned construction site after Adrian and Victor gave matching statements during questioning. I had prepared myself for that phone call, but nothing could have prepared me for the pain of hearing the words, "We found your brother." I walked toward the fresh grave. Lily stood beside me. Detective Rachel Hayes waited a few steps away. Neither of them spoke. I knelt and placed the lighter on the headstone. "I finally brought you home," I whispered. A tear rolled down my cheek. "I wish I had found you sooner." The silence hurt more than any words. After several minutes, Lily gently touched my shoulder. "He would be proud of you." I shook my head. "I couldn't save him." "You honored him." "It doesn't feel like enough." Rachel stepped closer. "Sometimes justice is the only gift we can still give." I looked at Ethan's name carved into the stone. I wanted revenge. "I know," Rachel said. "But you chose something better." I closed my eyes. "I almost didn't." She nodded. "That's what makes your choice matter." For the first time since this nightmare began, I let myself cry without trying to stop. Over the next few weeks, the news was filled with stories about Adrian Cole and Victor Kane. The company collapsed. Hidden bank accounts were exposed. Corrupt officials were arrested. Victims who had lost everything finally learned the truth. Noah also testified in court. He admitted his own crimes without making excuses. When I visited him before sentencing, he lowered his head. "I don't expect forgiveness." I sat across from him. "You betrayed my brother." "I know." "You betrayed me." "I know." Tears filled his eyes. "If I could change what I did." "You can't." "No." He nodded slowly. "I'll spend the rest of my life wishing I could." I stood to leave. Before I reached the door, he spoke again. "Ethan never hated you." I turned back. "He talked about you every day." My throat tightened. "He believed you'd keep going even if he couldn't." I left without another word. Outside the prison, I looked toward the sky. For the first time, I believed him. Months later, life looked different. The apartment no longer felt like a prison. The nightmares came less often. I reopened my photography business. At first, I only accepted small jobs. Then one afternoon, a woman walked into my studio. She held a picture of her missing daughter. "I heard you help families." I looked at the photograph. Then at the fear in her eyes. "I'll do everything I can." Word slowly spread. I wasn't a detective. I wasn't a police officer. But I understood what desperate families felt. I understood sleepless nights. Unanswered phone calls. False hope. And the pain of never giving up. Helping them became part of my healing. Every family I met reminded me why Ethan had risked everything for the truth. One evening, Rachel stopped by my studio. She smiled. "Business looks good." "It's getting there." She looked around at the photographs covering the walls. "You've changed." "I had to." She nodded. "I received something addressed to you." She handed me a small envelope. There wasn't a return address. After she left, I opened it carefully. Inside was a single photograph. It showed Ethan and me as children. On the back, written in Ethan's handwriting, were 7 simple words. Keep living. That's how you honor me. My hands trembled. I smiled through my tears. I promise. I placed the picture beside the silver lighter on a shelf in my studio. They no longer reminded me only of loss. They reminded me of courage. Of love. Of a brother who refused to stay silent. Sometimes people still ask me what happened that night. They ask how someone could walk into a crowded bar and disappear forever. I tell them the truth. My brother walked into that bar because he believed doing the right thing mattered. He disappeared because powerful people feared the truth. But they still lost. They always ask one final question. Was justice enough? I think about Ethan. About the pain. About the years we lost. Then I answer honestly. Justice didn't erase my grief. It didn't bring my brother back. But it stopped the people who stole him from hurting others. And sometimes I look at the lighter resting on my desk. Sometimes that's the closest thing to peace we ever get. I still miss Ethan every day. I probably always will. But I no longer wake up chasing revenge. I wake up chasing the truth. Because one person had the courage to stand against powerful lies. He paid for that courage with his life. The least I can do is make sure his story is never forgotten. That is how I keep my promise. That is how I keep my brother alive. The end.